Grand Rising, my everythings. And how are you? If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you. And if you've been with me, thank you for being here again. My readings are based on the time as it has been offered to me for me to be able to give the reading to you and to share it with you. So thank you for that. Today's reading will be for Gemini. So if you didn't know, I am a live broadcaster. I broadcast on an app called Bigo Live TV, and that's when I pull my cards for my reads. That happens at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 a.m. Central Time, and 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to join me, please feel free to download the Bigo Live TV app. There's a little dinosaur, and my Bigo ID is interpreter, and come and join me. So, this is what you missed this morning. Baby,
Bigo.
Now that we've gotten through with that, let's get into the read. And the overall reading has to do with missing someone or someone missing you. This will be a sensitive read. I'm picking up on the energy of a baby or children. And whenever we discuss children, there is a sense of discretion and sensitivity, so please bear with me. The word that I pulled has to do with injury. I'm seeing a lot of cups, so it has to do with emotions. And I'm also seeing swords. So let's get into the read. This reading is concerning injury when it comes to a Gemini and them being a parent. And we're going to talk about your cycle and you being able to overcome that challenge. The challenge for this read is the 5 of Cups, which has to do with regret. And the word, coincidentally, that was paired with it is the word calm. So I'm hoping that you're open to receive a sense of calmness when it comes to the healing energy that me and all the other everythings want to send your way, so that you are not filled with regret and you are more filled with acceptance and the strength to remain calm and move forward with confidence. So the energy that we have here is the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups represents that you don't have a lack of imagination and you're limitless in your thinking. I'm also seeing that you may be religious or spiritual. You believe in philosophies that have to do with sainthood. You're hardworking and you're also attractive. So I'm seeing words like beautiful and handsome, sweet, And that's throughout the overall read. That's the energy. Where things once did not make sense, by the end of the read, they should make total sense to you. So for the overall read is for the Hierophant. So the Hierophant card represents someone who has traditional spiritual beliefs. You believe in a higher power. There's a higher power that you submit to, and you may pray. You may have spiritual practices, and this is just a representation of that which resonates with this Seven of Cups energy that we're pulling from for the overall read for this Hierophant. And you could be a male or a female. I am seeing the High Priestess in the read, and we'll get into that as well. I'm also seeing that this is a very, this connection, this divine connection that you have comes natural to you. And I'm also seeing that it satisfies the wellness of your soul to be able to have that divine connection. So even during this time where you're challenged to handle whatever the situation was, where you're missing someone or where someone is missing you, when it has to do with your children or a child, I just want to say that you're not alone. And your divine connection, including this one right here, should be proof enough to you that you shouldn't be in regret, and that there's always a way to calmly get through these trials, and that's with the strength that your soul is raising your spirit with. And we start off the read with a Three of Swords reversed, which represents you having some type of heartbreak and being able to heal from it, or needing to heal from it. Whatever this loss was is a sensitive subject for you, and I'm seeing that it's something that people deal with quite often. Like, it's a certain type of loss or challenge that people deal with quite often. I don't know if you're a woman or a man. Either way, when it comes to the loss of a child or your children being taken away from you, the experience of it is, it can feel heavy, it can feel painful, it can leave you feeling like you have no hope. Though I'm seeing you in this Three of Rods energy, where you haven't lost all hope, because the people that have helped you get through this, it may be your spiritual practices or your beliefs that have helped you get through this, that give you hope and something to look forward to, because of the things that were hard to understand. You found a way to survive. So where there were once things that you did not understand about the loss, or how you were hurt by the situation, you were able to understand it by recognizing or listening to the testimony of others. I keep hearing, I can handle it, I can handle it, I can handle it. So we have this energy, the Page of Cups, which represents that kind of confidence. Even in uncertain times. I'm seeing that this decision or this situation happened quickly. Maybe it was unexpected. So it's a sensitive subject that other people may have found it hard to understand, or you may have found it hard to understand. And the hardship that came from that experience happened so quickly that it caused some type of dysfunction for you that only your faith and your spiritual beliefs could help bring you out of. So then you come into the pairing of the Ace of Cups and the Five of Rods. The Five of Rods represents the conflict that you were challenged with. And then the Ace of Cups is also a representation of you being able to believe in yourself and to have hope. Like, I just see someone just praying their way through a situation. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, where you're observing your skill and your hard work, your relationship with your higher power. So it may have made you question your faith or your spiritual beliefs. I'm seeing that this relationship is important to you. It's an honorable relationship to you. You feel rich in spirit, in love, in grace because of this kind of relationship that you have. So then that brings you into the pairing of the Sun, which represents joy, rejoicing, appreciation, gratitude for life, for source, for soul that is raising your spirit, overcoming the challenges of the Nine of Swords, which represents a certain type of depression. It's like Eeyore.
If it is a good morning, which I doubt.
However, now, did I get your tail back on properly, Eeyore?
No matter. Most likely lose it again anyway.
Poor dear. You know, I may have just the thing. Up, up, up you go. There you are.
It's an awful nice tail, Kanga. Much nicer than the rest of me. It's not much of a tail, but I'm sort of attached to it.
End of the road. Nothing to do. And no hope of things getting better.
It's like the spirit of Eeyore reminding you of this hardship and this challenge, and you having the spiritual beliefs, like your angels and your demons are fighting each other. Like, you're going through the circumstance and the situation and the trial, though the spiritual warfare that's going on that you cannot see, though you can feel it, is what's taking place. It's putting you in a very reserved type of energy because you want to celebrate and be grateful for the life that you still have, though you don't want to be in a space of regret because of how you were hurt from the loss of these children or your children being taken away from you. The understanding is that if it's outside of your control, then you shouldn't worry about it. And I know it's easier said than done with the Three of Rods, right? Because it's something that's hard to understand if you aren't the person that's going through it. And it may have seemed like the cost was too high to pay for you to just let it go. I'm seeing they all came out together. So you have, and this was the most interesting thing that I've ever seen. It was the Two of Cups with the High Priestess representing union and new partnerships and relationships, with the High Priestess, which is a representation of enlightenment and intuition. Though it was face to face with the King of Cups, which represents a divine masculine. So this may be a divine union between a divine masculine and a divine feminine that is fated to happen because you let go of the past and you started to continue on this journey of healing and being grateful and receiving and rejoicing for the grace that you do have. So there's the King of Cups, who is wise and aware and generous and emotionally balanced and healed, and the High Priestess that is just the same. And there's a union, a divine union with the Two of Cups above it. And then I'm seeing that it's a comfortable union. You both are comfortable with each other, in each other's energy, healed from what it is that you went through. And I'm seeing this Eight of Swords, and this is the last card, and it's representing that all of these spades around me and I'm set free. All of these things that could, it reminds me of triggers. All of these things that could trigger me and make me feel like I should be filled with regret. This spirit of Eeyore that's trying to haunt me. I'm no longer bound because I have love, which is God. Okay, so Gemini, with this Eight of Swords, and you're now being free from the sorrow that was binding you. See, like she's it doesn't have to be a female, it could be a man as well. And you've been set free because you've allowed God in, and your faith and your beliefs to restore your hope. I'm so glad that you have that. So glad that you have that. I'm so happy for you. So glad that you have that. And I'm sure that your angels that have been fighting for you to be restored even when you were under attack, and you had those challenges, that you were able to overcome them and still remain with a spirit of gratitude and appreciation, unscathed, and a heart open to love. So another word that came through with this Eight of Swords was decorated or ornated. And I remember in the Baha'i teachings that there's a scripture. I don't know if it's called a scripture or whatever. Though I'm gonna read it and share it with you. And it says, "Your hearts must be pure and your intentions sincere, in order that you may become recipients of the divine bestowals." When I hear that and I see this Two of Cups, this comfortable Two of Cups, a comfortable union between the High Priestess and the King of Cups. I see that this is a divine union that you deserve. So, congratulations, Gemini. I'm very happy for you. I'm sending you love, light, abundance, and healing energy, that you may be continuous in receiving the kind of grace that has been bestowed upon you for maintaining a pure heart, healing thoughts, and a sound mind. Thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.